The Mario and Luigi games are all about running an overpowered two-man duo, atomizing everyone who even looks at us the wrong way. I should know. I made a whole 27 videos about this game, which you should totally watch, by the way. But I digress. What if I didn't want to play by the rules anymore? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions Pacifist Challenge. Now, I know that sounds like a mouthful, but you really don't need a super high reading level to figure out the rules of the run here. The game starts out like every other run of this game. Peach gets her voice stolen.
Got him, GG's. Well, I mean, you should have played better.
Our hero Toad goes to report the news, walks in on Mario, and then we obtain the unlockable characters Mario and Luigi, who then go to Peach's, and we ask ourselves a very important question.
Alright, here's the moment of truth for this entire challenge. Does Bowser decide to bow out of this fight, or does he just fucking die? Yes, our hands are kept clean. Eat it, nerd! We bow out of the fight. That's not an enemy exploding. Doesn't count. Princess Peach's voice has been stolen and replaced with swears.
From there, we snag a couple of items for the road.
Well, gang, it's time to gather around. Well, it's time to walk across the plaza, getting as... I can't be this stupid, can I?
Or at least we try. Watch helplessly as Luigi gets yoinked by the Koopa Cruiser, takes some completely normal passport photos, and then...
Please do not teach me how to fight. I do know everything, actually. Now for our first real roadblock. I don't think we have a choice. Yup, we really don't have a choice. It's been fun. Now it's a minimalist run. Well, there's one corpse, and there's two.
Whoa. Don't touch that remote yet, kiddies. This run isn't over yet. Even though we've taken 2 lives so far, there's no possible way that the game could...
No, enough. I don't want to fight. Can I leave? No, of course I can't. Because why would I want this run to be validated? Oy vey.
Well, damn. I guess we begrudgingly take out enemies 3 and 4 as we keep going along in this new challenge, trying to kill as little as humanly possible while also completing the game.
Well, I mean, I guess we level up, so what else are we gonna do? You know what it is. Show me power.
Yeah, we might be here for a while. While the instigating Koopa Troopa begs for us to take another life.
I cannot get the other guy. Thank you for asking.
The Mario Brothers triumphantly refuse as we make our way up to the deck.
It's gonna be a fun run. I think the hardest obstacles in this run will come in the form of the platforming challenges.
In an unconventional manner to discover the big bad evil Cackletta and her far more popular underling Fawful. He respectfully exits stage without getting his blood on my hands before he shows us that he definitely isn't doing a pacifist challenge, and the Koopa Cruiser crashes straight into the ground. Our ragtag band of peacemakers find ourselves in the Bean borderland of Stardust Crusader Fields, where...
It's time to jump the motherfucking border!
Well, yes, it's a minigame meant for babies. This isn't the last time we're going to be seeing the Border Bros, as we will be coming back to farm beans from completing harder levels of their minigame. So, be thankful I'm doing a lot of the tedious bits of the run off screen because, spoiler alert, it's a lot of this. We go onward into Stardust Fields where we dodge enemies like the plague, and if we don't, well, I got a perfect strategy for that.
You can't get the jump on me that easily. I have the power of running away.
So, yeah, the game doesn't actually punish you for doing this. Running away is the prime strategy in the run. What is this? Sticker Star? From there we find Big Bow Wow, who has unfortunately landed in the cannon and is being held hostage by the living personification of, actually, his name is Tullstar, and he agrees to let Bowser go for all of our coins, but apparently, New Super Mario Bros. 2 has utterly tanked the Mushroom Kingdom economy because, Jesus Christ, dude. Our new mission is to collect 100 coins, a task that seems to be a little bit too simple.
I can't afford to miss one here because I would not like to get any coins by fighting an enemy, and right as I say that, I mess up.
On our quest to go from rags to riches, we meet the Star Shades, who teach us about Bros moves. Bros moves can be used in and out of battle, which I already know since I played the game before. Oh, come the hell on, dude!
I don't need more bodies to pile atop the graves. Leave me alone! I know how to do Bros attacks, you farts. No! These bastards never stood a chance. I didn't even get experience for that. Are you fucking joking? Cool. More senseless violence.
So that's murders 5 and 6 under our belts, but that's because these asshats held guns to our heads. Almost out of the tutorial, so that should be the last enemy we kill for a while, and come on, we only have 98 coins. I'm really glad that the level designers felt like throwing us a bone here.
All right, we just need 12 more coins. That wasn't a coin. That wasn't either.
With our hands completely tied, I guess I have no choice but to commit our first third-degree murder of the run of an unfortunate fighter fly who happens to get in the way.
I think I'm gonna have to just cut my losses here. Well, those are all the coins I need. Now, time to test. I'm actually insane. And fleeing from that battle, after murdering one fighter fly senselessly, I had actually preserved the coin. I'm the man.
And with the 3 coins we got from that unfortunate murder, we can finally go back to Tolstar with 101 coins in hand. Much like a US politician, we give him all the money he needs to fulfill his promise, and he flakes his deal completely. During the fight with Tolstar, we embarrassingly get hit by too many spike balls and take too many damage. We also managed to learn Super Splash Bros, which is a mystery Mouska tool that will help us later. By the end of our exercise in self-defense, we wring all our money out of victim number 8, because seriously, what is he using this money for? Clearly isn't border security, because that's just 2 guys holding a jump rope. I guess the Star Shades really do have a penchant for violence as they recklessly shoot Bowser out of the cannon, so now it's up to brothers M and L to try to save the kingdom through peace and bloodshed. After our rampage through Stardust Fields, we bump into the feds attempting to question me about all that schizo posting I'd done on this channel, but luckily our good friend Tolstar is alive enough to vouch for us that, officers, we were only trolling. Fawful deploys this very disapproving rock in order to make our peaceful trip in Hoo Hoo Mountain even longer, because now the game railroads us into obtaining their weapons of mass destruction. In order to obtain hammers, we take the mountain trail, dodging various enemies to varying success, which gets even more fun when the game clearly intended us to be murderers to solve water puzzles.
I am suddenly beginning to see a potential issue with this run. Oh, never mind. It's actually just that easy.
However, I disagree with the game fundamentally, as we continue up the mountain before we bump into the ancient weapon Hoo Hoo Goose, who challenges us to a brief minigame that I do on my first attempt. Then for Hoo Hoo Goose's next test, we have to defeat him? Really? But I guess we do have the power of semantics on our side.
You cannot make me count these as additional bodies. I swear to God, they are inanimate objects.
But unfortunately, that cannot save myself from my inability to dodge these stupid fucking attacks. And thus, we suffer the first of many game overs on this long journey for fabled world peace. And then we suffer the second of many game overs because the lack of experience from the enemies we don't kill means that I can't level up my depth perception. Though with enough struggling, we beat Huhuros in ritual combat, and he tells us to climb around the mountain. Now I do upgrade HP for the +4 here. I soon realized that the only optimal thing to do in this challenge is to only upgrade power, which of course would turn this challenge into a numbers game, where you punch the enemies with as much numbers as you can before the enemies' far greater numbers send you back to my favorite number, 0. You'll find out why that becomes an issue for later, but for now we continue on Hoo Hoo Mountain where my depth perception continues to get me in trouble.
That's disappointing.
Nevertheless, our intrepid red and green pacifists scale the mountain because we need to, regrettably, take our 10th life. This rock. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually this bitch, and it's already off to a rocky start. And after another game over, I give into temptation.
I'm gonna retry in easy mode once. If it's too easy, then I'll not do it. I'm just gonna see what it... Oh, what the fuck? What do you mean there's targets now? Oh, cool. It's a shining display of my incompetence. So how much easier is this? Just a question. Okay, so my damage is doubled. Looks like all my stats are doubled as well. Alright, okay. So he's dead.
Turns out, this dragon is Luigi's long-lost lover, Prince Peasley, who gives us his flower, which lets us enter Bean Bean Castle, but not before we get some hammers for our rock-breaking needs. One minecart minigame later, and hey, I said only for our rock-breaking needs.
No, I don't need to learn how to use hammers in battle. I know you guys are pretty intent on dying, but listen, we got other things to do. Cart rides are thrilling and filled with suspenders. Can I get an amen? Personally, my minigame of choice is the border jump, because have you ever played that for 30 fucking minutes? Cause I just did.
As shown here, there are other ways of grinding that aren't mindless slaughter of the innocents that we use primarily in this scuffed run, which we might need if our over-leveled enemies can leave the castle town in a state like this. Good lord. After using our high charisma to talk to the stupidest guards on the planet, we make it into the castle and then are unceremoniously dumped into the cum dungeon, and are forced to do plumbing for once in any of Mario's adventures. Look, Dad, a real job!
Quick question for the Mario and Luigi experts out there. What the fuck is this puzzle? Solved, I guess. Bada bing, bada boom.
Unfortunately, our plumbing quest was all part of Cackleta's master plan to obtain the legendary MacGuffin, the Bean Star. So of course we have to take it back, right? En route to doing so, we encounter an enraged Queen Bean.
Alright, let's fucking rumble. Ow. God. Kinda just sunk in what exactly the challenge is going to be in this game. Alright, she's already pissed. And I've been honestly making pretty good work of her attacks, which is good for me. Right as I open my fat mouth.
This is the main use of Super Splash Bros. Because it damages spiked enemies, and hey, would you look at that? We're fighting one of them. Not only that, but knocking out her two arms drops her crown, and that gives her the opportunity to spawn beanies. And that can add some pretty unnecessary additions to our body count. But the real reason we do this fight this way is because it's the way that real men defeat Queen Bean. Hell yeah! How's that for toxic masculinity, bitches? We find out from Lady Lima that Queen Bean was infected by the belly black worm, and in order to wash it out, we need to obtain the Chocola Reserve from Chucklehuck Woods. So we head over to the chateau, where we find out a key step in brewing this fabled Chocola Cola is...
tell funny jokes to the fruit until it lasts, releasing soda bubbles deep within the brew.
So be sure to like the video if you ever need material for when you brew your Chocola Cola. Now that we're in Chucklehuck territory proper, we encounter another roadblock on this run. The entire fucking room. This is the barrel maze, and it is infamous for being the worst. Eventually, I concede defeat to these barrels, and I look up a guide before...
oh no-y.
This is Popple. He's a thieving gremlin who acts as sort of a rival to the Mario Bros in this game, and in this bout, he has recruited a completely original character named Rookie. Do not steal. Now, normally in this run, I wouldn't be looking forward to fights, but, I mean, come on, this guy gets a pass because, goddamn, listen to this music. Through a long and arduous battle, we unfortunately lose Rookie to his struggle with heartburn, which causes Popple to be smart enough to flee the fight. But that good news does not last long, since we've encountered an issue with our all-power strategy.
Please tell me we can upgrade POW a little bit more. Motherfucker.
Yeah, so this game actually punishes you for attempting to min-max. So rather than only upgrading power in a run that, let's be real, only needs power, we apparently have to do something lame, like make a balanced build. But we can take our victory in stride as the two thieves run away with their tails between their legs.
Sayonara, you chucklehucks. I'm breaking the barrel. Oh god, it's the French!
These guys teach us new hammer techniques that translate into one bros attack that's, I mean, it's okay, and one that is very useful in this entire run. Not only that, but it gives us a new money grinding strategy at the cost of Luigi's testicles.
Oh hell yeah, we're right by a heart block. You know what it means, Luigi. Say goodbye to your testicles. This may not be efficient, but it is funny.
You don't make it too far into the woods before we're blockaded by this old tree who needs us to get 3 Chocola fruits for him. The purple and white fruits are easy enough, but the red one is a different story.
No, come on! Guys, senseless violence isn't gonna solve anything. I'll see what you did. You made it angry. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess if we have to fight him, first strike, damn it, it didn't work.
Behold, the Wiggler. A fight that is very easy in the normal playthrough, but since I'm underleveled, it really drags this fight down to a screaming halt, as we're forced to repeat the never-ending dance of making all of its segments yellow, hitting its head for minimal damage, and rinsing and repeating so much that I think I'm made of more percent water than the average person by now. After 8 minutes, we finally stop him from wiggling, taking our 13th life, 14th reason, and the red Chocola fruit. We pass through the tree onto bigger and better things, such as another fucking boss fight. This time on the menu, it's the Chuckolator, the sentient barrel of soda brewed by a prune of a man who has been telling it shitty puns for over 1,000 years. In this fight, we finally get to test out our new Chopper Bros to its greatest effect, And if you can mash well enough on this attack, you watch as the damage racks up, which is really necessary on what is essentially just a boss-only run.
I really like how we are supposed to pretend that we need anything other than basic Chopper Bros. I mean, look at this damage output. We don't need anything other than normal Chopper Bros.
The damage output doesn't count for much if the world's greatest comedian tells the soda a silly haha and heals it for far more than the amount of damage we can do in a turn. Over and over and over again.
All right, now, are you out of Bubbles heals? I really hope so. Oh, look at this damage. Oh my god, we needed this. Please die. I can't believe I'm in a pacifist run challenge and I'm asking people to die now. Stop healing. No, please, dude. We get it. Funny pigs, real hams, ha ha ha. Fuck, just stop healing.
After a couple of Chopper Bros attacks, the Chuckulator finally reaches its expiration date.
That was a war of attrition based on Bubbles' healing output and how much I wanted to bash my head into the wall. Au revoir and good riddance, you fucking jackass.
We fall into a cave and Mario falls straight into the Chocola Reserve, which can surely mean good things for this operation.
Stay still, Queen Bean. This will only hurt a little.
After a truly repugnant success, we learn that our next target is the Woohoo University, and then meet the real heroes of this run, unnamed Starbeans Cafe employee number 1 and Professor Elvin Gad. Not only do these bean brews increase stats, but every time we create a new one, EGAD will give us a special accessory that can help us in this run immensely. With us sufficiently filled up on caffeine, we head out to...
Been a few days since I actually recorded any of this, and you know what I did in that spare time? That's right, motherfuckers. More jump rope. I also traveled everywhere getting as many beans as possible. So now my stats have increased significantly. And by that, I mean I crammed so many stash upping lattes into Mario's gullet. He now is like 50 stash. Oh my god. Every time I get a record in this run, I'm growing ever closer to my Joker arc.
Because why would we ever explore this expansive area in our spare time when we just come up with nothing?
Anyways, here we are at the Woohoo University. And surely nothing can go wrong, right? Huh. Sick.
Cackletta and her team snuck in and turned all the professors into monsters, and it seems that this professor still has a lecture to give about the futility of thinking that this would be a boss-only run. We solved the Sundoor release puzzle without even needing to take a picture of the solution, by the way, cause goddamn I'm good, before running through the bullet hell that is the Woohoo University. Our next test is, can we mash X? We pass. With flying colors. Our next lecture in this university is all about counting barrels, and since I know what number comes after 1, this is pretty much a review for me, and there goes Luigi. We ascend the Donkey Kong challenge with ease in order to finally convince the claw to drop Luigi. Okay, well not like that. Oh, well, that works, I guess. With all of the hoops successfully jumped through, we finally get the chance to take the fight straight to Cackletta, who has her army of Peach bots trying to use a soothing voice to wake the Beanstar. That goes well. With Cackletta essentially out of options, we begin the boss fight and... well...
Cool. I still don't know how to do that attack.
But not all is lost, as Cackletta starts becoming desperate because... well...
Call me crazy, but I think I might actually be learning how to dodge that attack properly, which is good for me, because I think that's all she does in this phase. Fuck.
All of her tricks had failed to stop the duo of peacemakers from paving a road to hope over the corpse of Cackletta. But because the game can end right here, Bobble gives Cackletta's soul the guck before getting launched out of the Woohoo University at Mach speed, leaving the Beanstar wide open for the taking by Popple and Rucky. Great. After a brief show of surprising honor from the two combatants, we begin another skirmish against the Hamburglers, this time with a whole new gimmick.
Oh, yes! Let's go! It's the Bros attack!
That's right, these two buffoons now have their own Bros attacks. Not only do they know that they're called that, they know how much damage they can do to enemies when you have enough experience to far outlevel your opponents. But the second verse is same as the first for these two, as Rookie gets defeated and Popple runs away. Right on time for a Peach bot to fall from above and make the Beanstar so angry that it fucking explodes. We touch down on Oho Oasis, where we meet some funny residents called Ohojis, and they ask such riveting questions such as, are spirits delicious? Are we strange? And should you like this video and subscribe to John of Cosine for more fun content like this? Well, I mean, I know the answer to one of these questions, and I think you do too. Spirits taste like shit. On this island in the middle of nowhere, we also get our hands on the hand powers, and I gotta hand it to this game. I really don't think that we see a power as unique and handy as these presents in other games. Fuck! With Mario gaining the ability of fire and Luigi thunder, we explore the depths of the ocean, where, shockingly enough, I enjoy the water segment exactly as little in the normal run of this game than in the pacifist run. Once we get back to the mainland, we find that Princess Peach is coming to visit, so we need to do a little weed whacking on the Bean Bean Airport, and these don't count as kills, because it's not in battle. And I said so. But all those semantics make the mom piranha pretty angry, and she goes on the offensive. There's a pretty big problem with this boss fight, and that's because the big bitch gets all of her wounds licked up by her babies every turn. And as it turns out...
Oh, just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, I got better things to do than this. I gotta leave for work in an hour. Yeah, I'll wear my badge of shame. This boss is immortal if I don't take this.
So, yeah, I did have to use easy mode for this boss fight because she healed for way more than we could deal, and you can understand this, right? We end up taking life number 18 and whoa, wait.
Those don't count. They combusted on their own. Please God, I'm begging for a technicality.
After Luigi crushes the mother piranha with his voluptuous cheeks, we meet up with the princess and find that Prince Peasley has been Galaxy Brain outplaying Cackletta the whole time, since he already knew that Peach was a target for Cackletta, and hey, would you look at that, her voice was never stolen. But since Peach took her normal pills, we must begin the most unfortunate arc of the game. Tea Valley. In order to make it there, we upgrade our hammers at Sledge and Mallet's new shop, and we save scum our way into obtaining the scroll for Swing Bros, allowing us to enact a strategy that might be considered a little unconventional in a pacifist playthrough. We're going to hurt people. We go into an area that is way beyond our level and then grind out Swing Bros until we learn the super version of it. Super Swing Bros, when executed properly, forces an enemy to drop an item and a bunch of coins. And if that one fighter fly we killed in Stardust Fields was an indication of anything...
Well, there's only one way to find out. Alright, do we have an Ultra Syrup now? Okay, we have an Ultra Syrup. Do we keep it after we run? Never punished! Never punished! Oh my god, it works! Oh my god, it actually works. Yes!
This is how I grinded for items so we can purchase gear and mushroom. And I did this for 2 fucking hours. With that out of the way, we can finally begin our long trek through Teehee Valley. The exciting gameplay mechanic introduced in Teehee Valley is, if you let Princess Peach out of your sights for even a second, she will be captured by a gritty Goomba and then dragged underground to be sacrificed in order to revive Alpha Dream from bankruptcy. Luckily for us, we find out pretty quickly that while we don't have to defeat the kidnappers, they give up pretty quickly.
I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to have to babysit. Can I just fucking kill? You know, just take her. Just take her. I'm so tired. I need to test something anyway. Do they keep respawning? Oh no. I think I know what I have to do. Every time Peach gets kidnapped by a gritty Goomba, that gritty Goomba despawns from the map. Basically, if you're unaware about what's happening, I have to let Peach get kidnapped over and over and over. Man, Teehee Valley just doesn't stop. All right, Peach, have fun getting kidnapped. It's that fucking easy. I mean, might as well complete the puzzle while Peach is being ritualistically sacrificed. Well, go get him, Tiger. I believe in you. Is this mean-spirited? Oh no. Oh, of course the puzzle resets itself. Now see, normally I'd call something like this poor game design, but I don't think the game developers expected me to play like this, so I'm gonna, like, call off my criticisms. Yeah, it wasn't so bad, huh, Peach?
So we do the Teehee Valley Shuffle as many times as it takes to drag the dramatized Peach to the end of the dungeon while the Mario Bros do platforming puzzles while the princess takes her leisurely stroll. Before we make it to Little Fungi Town, we encounter another boss fight in the form of Trunkle. And I can't be the only one like this, but does anyone else not know how the fuck this boss works? Cause I don't know what I'm doing here. After absolutely getting gimmicked by a death into a trip into a game over, I decided to stop giving a shit and put on my baby hands, allowing me to dispatch Trunkle before I even figure out how the boss fight works. With the guards taking all the credit for our valiant efforts, we visit Little Fungi Town to play a fun minigame and obtain a sketchy-looking invincibility shroom that infects Mario with a pretty bad case of bean fever. The only way to save Mario from this is to obtain Krabby Grass from a cave rumored to have a flesh-eating monster inside of it, which does a number on Luigi's psyche. So we fix the skill issue by having Dr. Toadley, a character who isn't supposed to be here until Bowser's Inside Story, gaslight Luigi into believing that he is Mario, so that he can stroll into the Gofaha ruins with his head held high. And luckily for our pacifist run, the funny rock was actually just a misunderstood guy, and only wanted to see a white boy do a platforming challenge. Which, of course, we do first try. Upon making it back to Little Fungi Town, we discover that we have let Peach out of our sights for too long again. Instead of getting kidnapped by a gritty Goomba, she was kidnapped by the newly formed Bowletta, and let me just say, the Cackletta beat DeviantArt to the punch because she gave Bowser titties way before the Super Crown even existed. What the fuck did I just write in my script? Now our task changes to collecting the 4 MacGuffin shards to give to Bowletta, but not before Luigi gets pegged by the Green Man. This is necessary and important to understand the lore of this game. We haul our underleveled asses through Teehee Valley once more to meet up with... They take the Beanstar piece into their ship before we can even protest, so now we have to play a minigame that admittedly hurt my brain a little more than it should have in order to win the approval of the funny skeleton men. Upon finding the guy with our mystical fruit gummy, he tells us we can have it if we free his buddy Blart, who is stuck in the wall because his fat ass drank too much of Mink's sake. In order to do this, we need the assistance of a bomb. Blowing up the ship of a wall stuck in the sand has unforeseen consequences as we get jettisoned into the sea before we smack into a rock and begin sinking. At the bottom of the ocean, we plunder the Wonder Badge, which is even better than I could ask for in this stage of the run. Ooh, hold on, we're seeing some big things here tonight, boys. We then surface and make our way to a resort so we can cough up 200 coins just to make forward progress. Rather than sue us after we literally burn and electrocute them, the Jellyfish Sisters Gigi and Mary decide to take us to their underground room where they teach people how to be pickle technicians. Yeah, so it's a sex dungeon. We learn 2 new moves that can push Boo statues and move Big Koopas out of the way before we give these 2 Pearl Beans and they go into shock. With these 2 techniques in hand, we make our way through Guarhar Lagoon without any troubles whatsoever. What the fuck is that hitbox? And meet up with a crab named Hermie III who got his big meaty claws on the Beanstar Shard. So we join the war on Christmas on the side against Christmas in order to win it back. Hermie's main mechanic is that his attacks get progressively faster, which would be considered threatening if I didn't know how to dodge his attacks, fucking idiot. Get your halls decked, nerd. We unfortunately have to take our 20th life in this challenge. With Hermie peacefully clobbered into submission, he hands over the first piece of the Beanstar and sends us away to collect the other 3, which, in a normal run, can be done in like 30 real-life minutes. The first of the tasks is to help this egghead with perfecting his sign for the illustrious Yoshi Theater, which is literally just running around the bean fields, digging up bean fruits for these Yoshis to eat. The one, quote-unquote, obstacle in our path is Piranha Bean, who in a normal run is basically, you hit him 4 times with Thunder Hands and then he explodes, but in this run, we hit him 10 times with Thunder Hand and then he explodes. Can you go down? There we go. Jesus. After Luigi reluctantly plucks Piranha Bean, we find that Prince Peasley has been shrunk down and he's lost his shiny hair flips, which is fucking hilarious in the actual game, by the way, and we don't even have to look for helium to solve this issue. Now that's what I call a callback. While we're traversing around the world for our Bean Fruit Fetch quest, we find our next Beanstar piece locked away in a cage, and in order to unlock it, we meet with the CEO of Hot Topic, Harhal. In order to appease him, we play a mini-game. Splartoon! We just color some shirts for him before he just gives us our paycheck of the Beanstar piece. I mean, I can't be complaining, it's probably more than minimum wage. We bring it all back around town to finally feed some Yoshis in exchange for neon eggs, which now adorn the Yoshi Theater sign instead of our coveted plot device. For our fourth and final piece of the Beanstar, we make our way back to Chucklefuck Woods, where we meet a secret society of snails called Winkles. And in order to access the Beanstar, we need to compete in their Coliseum.
I'm going to be the best Winkler there ever was. Also, 500 coins? Are you fucking kidding me? I have better things to spend my money on, especially in this run. See me in the Winkle Coliseum. I'm fucking insane. I've been acknowledged by the snail friends. My life has been complete. Hey, Popple, I finally got to kill you once. Ow, 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 ow. Can you tell I've never dealt with this attack before?
The Beanstar chase might be a little more difficult in a pacifist playthrough, but not difficult enough to make me quit, as our peacemaking brothers reluctantly defeat Popple for the first time in this run. With the Beanstar now reforged, we are tasked by Booby Bowser to give it to her at Joke's End, but we plan on duping her with the least convincing fake Beanstar on the planet. We also get Princess Peach's dress here, a mystery mouse tool that will help us later. In order to make it to Joke's End, we need to cross the sea, so we grab our Luigi boards and hang 10 as we set out to new frontiers. Now that we can finally surf the bird, I know exactly what the play is here. We go to this whirlpool over here, taking us to a brief underwater section before we meet with a Munty Mole, and he gives us the Mush Badge A. The Mush Badge is a well-known item in Superstar Saga that bumps up your power based on how many mushrooms you had. And since I did all that money grinding, you can see where this is going, right? After buying a fuckload of mushrooms, we find that... seems me barely researching before this run is finally catching up to me. I'm not sure what happened to the Mush Badge in this game. If it was capped off, or the Shroom Force was only visible as an effect in battle, but I guess they nerfed it. It seems like I finally found the reason why people speedrun the original game more than this one. It's because of the unnerfed power of the Mush Badge, and maybe the game-breaking glitches, but I mean, it's probably the former. All seems lost, but we aren't out of win conditions yet, because somewhere in the ocean we can find this OHG, and he challenges us to a surfing minigame, and we get rewards based on how well we do. One of these rewards is a Woo Bean. The bean's only previously obtainable for killing beanies and other such enemies. You can probably guess why that's not a viable option for bean grinding, but in order to get our little mitts on these Woo Beans, we have to sacrifice any respect any of these surfing OHGs could have ever had for us.
I am going to throw so hard. Oh, where could that last balloon be? I could never tell. This is a victory. 360. Check out this. Ooh, I'm sick with it. Let's fucking go.
After the OHG wonders if we got the hang of it yet for the 6th time, we take a hike to Starbean's Cafe and blend ourselves a 4th new drink. And it doesn't matter which one it is, because once we do blend that 4th new drink, EGAD gives us something very important.
Nice.
This is the Great Force, an accessory that doubles damage both given and received. The first part can finally help us bridge that damage gap that has been so prevalent in our various boss encounters. Essentially, if the run is the devil, this is our shotgun. After getting that though, we head out to Joke's End, and with its droning music and the Mush Badge, something I considered to be a major win condition of this run, rendered completely useless, the run, unfortunately, reaches the breaking point. And I don't mean the run itself. I mean my mental stability.
In preparation for Joke's End, I did basically everything short of fucking murder. I did the jump rope, I did the little fungi minigame, I did the Swing Bros grind, and now I have maximum mushrooms and super mushrooms and 69 haha funny ultra mushrooms, and the Mush Badge still fucking garbage. And now I have to deal with this shitty crypt. Fuck. I mean, we BP auto gain, and next level up, we're fine. Everyone's favorite part of the game. Whatever the fuck this is. Bullet Bill badge, please just be good. Increased powers to defeat foes, really good for a pacifist playthrough. Cool Jonald fact, you can actually do this 3 times before the number goes up block refuses to go up any further. We fucking ow. Light gravity, who cares? Highly doubt that gravity affects me when I'm running. This is where the real challenge starts. You should probably give up and go home. Sorry, buddy. I made it this far into the run. You're not gonna stop me. Mamma mia. These blobs of goo are blending into the ground perfectly. My favorite part of Joke's End, separation anxiety. Ah, what the fuck? Oh, it's goopy. This is worse than a Genshin player's apartment. Ay, Dios mio. If you look at that, it's the exact same obstacle he faced in the Woohoo University. Who could possibly imagine how this is going to go down? All right, Luigi, barrel up. Go, go, barrel ranger. Man, fucking god. Top 10 questions science still can't answer. Number 1, where the fuck am I going? Oh, I think I know what I gotta do. I don't think I'm gonna like it. Boys, it's barrel time. Time for some intense barrel man espionage. Oh no. Yep. No. Mamma mia. This breaks the barrel, doesn't it? Fuck me. I need some in-depth examination. What the fuck am I doing? The speedrunners make this so easy. Probably because the only one I've seen is the original Superstar Saga speedrun, and they glitch through half the game. This is going to be, and I hazard to say this, but impossible? Oh, I don't think I have an option here. I think I have to kill. Because how else am I supposed to steer the fucking barrel around? Bitch. Slurp one down. Clump. Get the fuck out. Can I light his hair on fire? Is his hair light on fire? I thought his hair lit on fire. Day ruined. Oh well. Thunder Bros it is. Unfortunately, I have no other option. At what point does the game let me min-max again? And can it be now? And right. I forgot the blobbies. Do I have to kill another? Do I have to actually kill a second blob? Analyze. Let's see how they spawn and can I make it? Oh, I don't think I can. I think this one has to die too. All in the name of Barrel Man, bitch. This one's for justice. Minimalist run, baby. I have nothing to lose. You know, the more arduous things that happen this run, the more I realize that, man, I really want to play this game normally again. There we go. And it only cost us 5 lives. Spank. So is that what I did this for? So after encountering enemy after enemy after enemy in this hellhole, I finally give in to my animalistic urges and kill a whopping 5 people for something that I didn't even know was completely optional at the time, and let's face it, wasn't even worth it. I think that it is safe to say that Joke's End has fucking broke me, and not helping in this matter is this piece of shit. Fuck off, Jajora. I'm not in the mood for your insults. My mommy says I'm a fucking handsome boy. You know, with an attitude like that, it really doesn't surprise me that nobody has ever climbed all the way to the top of Joke's End before, but I guess now we can take a relaxing break, wash our hands clean of that optional blood that I am never going to live down. But luckily, Jajora is going to invite her friend, and hopefully they can make me feel less awful about this area. Does anyone talk to Oholina? I always feel like it's like Chuck Lisa or Huhulia. You know what? I'm gonna give Oholina a chance. As if this literally just changes one thing about one piece of dialogue and the boss's name. Anyways, time to die. Your Honor, self-defense. This was not the attack I meant to do, but you know what? While we're here, might as well, I guess. Bitch, uncle. Yeah, maybe next time. Stop being a bitch. Oh, Christ. Yeah, oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're bridging the damage gap today, boys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Holy fuck. We're done. Joke's end is no more. Suck dick, nerd. Get the fuck out. Yeah, uncool these nuts. You know what's uncool? Your fucking dungeon, Jojora. Joke's end deals psychic damage to me directly. Yeah, now your friend melts. How about that, sucker? Just find more friends.
After our little playdate, we meet up with Fawful, who instantly sees through the shoddy craftsmanship of our fake Beanstar while stealing the real one. But the Mario brothers have a plan to counter-gaslight the villains by dressing up Luigi and claiming that the princess they captured was not the real one. And it works to perfection, getting us the real princess and, well, leaving Luigi to his own devices. But I don't know, man. I think he's handling it pretty well, and not gonna lie, he's kind of slaying.
That Luigi fan animation was definitely what I needed after Joke's End. Eat shit, losers.
We make our way through the tattered remains of the Koopa Cruiser, picking up the Beanstar and swan diving out the back.
Let's go, Luigi! Victory is ours. The Beanstar is recovered, and we are going to die.
The team meets up by Luigi's predicted landing site, and we miss. So now we gotta go save our favorite green god with only red Luigi in our party, but it isn't long until we are reunited and everyone encounters our favorite Shadow Thief with his new rookie. And I think you know what that means. Hit it!
Oh no! Just stop! Oh god, that could've gone better. Not again. Every time it's that fucking move. Whoa. Too fast. We pissed her off.
With our middling damage output and only attacking Verto, we encounter an interesting quirk about this boss.
What? What the fuck? Bro's attack! I've never seen this before. Huh, what the fuck? You learned something new? I can't attack Birdo. I don't want to learn anymore. Thunder Bros, ha. Yeah, bitch. A bomb! Is this by hits? Oh, that's cool. You know what? I can't say I've ever seen this one before.
With Birdo's egghead cracked and Popple running away one last time, the poor bastard gets launched out of Tiki Valley, and presumably onto the Pillow Island, where he can continue his exploits in Mario and Luigi Dream Team. And let me just say that I am not going to be doing a pacifist run of that game. Please look at this screen and guess why I would be opposed to the idea. Breaking news, Bowser's castle has appeared from the sky and is launching an all-out assault on the Bean Bean Kingdom. So the Mario Bros head out to find Blablanodon as he carries us to the final dungeon of the game. Bowser's Castle is a marathon. We are going to be killing more enemies here than we killed in the tutorial area, and that's saying a lot. Luckily, we are handed ample items in order to help us keep the peace.
Yup, Ultra Mushroom's full, and you know what? Mush Badge still sucks!
Our first pit stop on our pacifistic rampage is Iggy's room, where he spins around for 5 minutes, causing the controls to go cross-eyed, which would be an issue if I didn't figure out the scheme in 2 fucking seconds. In battle, Iggy switches our stats around, which would be concerning if our defenses already weren't low.
Stop. Hold still! Ow. Guess I can't, have him do that attack.
Of course, he couldn't make Mario's power go up at all because that would mean my life would be easier. But eventually, Iggy falls and we head on to the next Koopaling, Morton, who challenges us by subjecting me to basic jumping. I mean, hey, nobody said this challenge was easy. What isn't helping me is the fact that I didn't consider using Thunder Bros, an attack that can drop the defenses of these over-leveled enemies whatsoever during the entire time I had it. So, whoops.
Holy shit, defense drops are useful.
We move on to Lemmy. Lemmy uses Shadow Clone Jutsu, but that doesn't faze me as I find him first try. Now, Lemmy can definitely shred that nasty air guitar, but we shred his HP a little faster. And, considering this is a pacifist run, I shouldn't be excited about this, but, I mean, bosses are basically required in this run, so fucking kill the small child! We confront Ludwig, who wants to play the shell game with us. Except there is no prize, only punishments. You would think, after playing jump rope for hours on end, I would be able to clear this no problem, but, dear viewer, that would require me being skilled. Ludwig decides to go all out from the start and launches a giant magic ball. A bold strategy, but oh, it does not pay off for him.
Bitch. Got him! Well, that sequence of glorified mini-games is over.
En route to the next lamb to the slaughter, we come across this unironic work of genius.
Oh, this part's awesome. It's not awesome anymore. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Fuck. I'm gonna cry. Good night. Idiot. Doesn't count as a death, by the way.
Next on the chopping block is Roy, who attacks us with, okay, see you later. I guess he must have forgotten his fun new mechanic somewhere over here.
Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time bomb. Every turn, the timer ticks down, and if it reaches 0, it explodes and gives you the gift of a game over. This stupid thing was something I thought was going to be a genuine run ender, but as it turns out, my own stupidity is more likely to ruin the run, so, yay? Yeah, you know what? Maybe that ticking time bomb wasn't as bad as I thought. As I clean Roy's clock while promptly entering the endless cycle of hell. I get swarmed by boo encounters simply because I just needed to use the goddamn barrel. This lasted for about 5 minutes, and I could have sworn I just got softlocked. Luckily, the two brothers move on from this paranormal encounter to meet up with Wendy, who has a talent of becoming borderline untrackable, which is great considering there is another fucking time bomb. However, she does make a pretty funny face, so, I mean, that's a redeemable quality. I will remember that face as I stomp it into the floor, Wendy Koopa. Completing our Koopaling checklist is Larry, who plays a rousing game of tennis with Luigi's alter ego, Barrelman, before we politely escort him off the court. Oh, but we aren't done, dear viewer, as the finale before the finale has yet to begin. After thoughtful flashes to Mario Brothers, it's time for Fury versus the Fink Rats. He attempts to hide in his little battleship, but we manage to smoke him out by lighting the battleship on fire. From there, we are safe to finally wail on his ass while it's out in the open. Rinse and repeat for 10 minutes, and you'll have a dead Wait a minute. We're getting there. Okay, now we have a dead Fawful.
Here we are. The last battle that I reluctantly go to because this is the end of the Mario and Luigi pacifist playthrough.
The first move Bowletta does is shoot out these flarets, which have a chance of healing Bowletta, and since our damage output is far lower than optimal, we really don't want her to heal. Although Great Force Chopper Bros seems to be doing a number on her already. I mean, god damn, look at these numbers. And with the final flourish of Thunder Bros, Bowletta bites the dust. But anybody who's ever played this game knows that's not the end of our journey.
Vor? Wow, we both have 1 HP? That's so crazy. That's what it felt like the whole fucking game. Cackletta, do you really think you can phase me with this little scare? There is a simple truth of life, and that is, I am simply better.
The final boss of this run, Cackletta's Soul, with an HP total of 1200 and multiple deadly attacks per turn. We are in the hardest fight of our peaceful lives. Not only that, but the true health bar doesn't even open up until all of the other limbs have been destroyed, meaning it's a struggle to even get a chance at actually damaging her. And that's a pretty hard sell considering our low defenses and double damage. Our second attempt at defeating the purple run killer starts rocky and, ends even fucking worse. 2 game overs down, and it's pretty clear that she is not going to be taking it easy on us. So it's time we kick it in high gear. As I sit up in my gamer chair, we knock out an arm while figuring out the proper timing for Cackletta's time stop attack. In addition, we learned Super Fire Bros? I mean, it isn't needed, but thank you regardless. My strategy was to target the arms with their respective weakness on one bro's turn and hit the head with the other. And safe to say, I think it works well. I even managed to get her into her angry state, but this doesn't last long as we meet our unfortunate demise. 4th run, and well, safe to say, it isn't going much better than the other 3 because of this piece of shit arm swing attack. With this pacifist run seemingly hitting a Cackletta-shaped wall, I decide that for our 5th attempt, I will take the burden of upping our stats in order to have a fighting chance against this behemoth of a boss. And through the fire and the flames, well, I'll just show you what happens.
God, it's like a fucking badge of shame. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to achieve victory in your run. And sometimes said thing is learning Super Fire Bros for the 3rd time. You know, it's awful kind of you that you aren't doing that damn arm sweep attack that fucking kills me every time. You know, it would be really cool if that was something that I could counter and it would damage everything. Fuck's sake, I mean, it's the final boss for a reason. Fucking bitch! The heart is angry at me. And it's bringing all of its buddies back. No. Fucking die! Go down, you cuck! We're halfway home. Flatten this cuck! Oh, no! We get a turn. Oh, sweet lord! Just flatten the heart. We need to flatline Cackletta. This bitch needs to go. Oh! Yes! Oh my god! Oh. Oh! That's what I'm fucking talking about! Suck it, chuckle nuts! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And the run is done, baby! Oh yeah!
As Cackletta's soul vanishes from Bowser's body, we are hit with the bit of rough news.
Well, the run isn't technically over, so we have to run from Prince Peasley's nuclear detonator.
We apparently have 3 minutes to make it out of Bowser's castle, and we just make it out in under 1. Not even that difficult. And we leave all of the previously spared enemies in the castle to die at the hands of an explosion, which, by the way, was not my fault, as the Bean Kingdom is saved.
Scuffed or not, fucked up or not, easy mode or not, I don't care. That challenge run comes to a close.
And with that, our heroes fly back to the Mushroom Kingdom with 39 kills under our belt. But if you really want to get technical about it, Soulstar is clearly still alive. Hoo-Hoo-Roast just said go get him, Tiger, then disappeared. Drago Ho-Ho is a mutated Prince Peasley and he's still kicking. It's the same thing with Queen Bean, but with the Belly Blackworm instead of mutation. Bowser never died, so we can take off 2 counts of murder. The Wiggler kind of just ran away. We didn't truly finish off Cackletta here because her soul is still intact. Hermie is still alive and listening to Mariah Carey somewhere in the world. Nothing seems to stop Popple, literally ever. And Birdo was alive enough to punt Popple into the stratosphere. All 7 of the Koopalings are still alive for the rest of Mario's adventures, and Waffle has to stay alive for Bowser's Inside Story to even work, and Bowletta was technically just Bowser's body acting as a vessel for Cackletta's soul, so the soul was the only death. So when you stop and think about it, technically, canonically, semantically, we only have 19 murders under our belt. I know that really isn't getting us off any no-fly lists anytime soon, but let me make it clear, they started it, and I know damn well that some of these kills weren't required, and if I was more patient, I could probably defeat the bosses without easy mode, but 21 whole ass pages later, I think I can finally put to rest the most murderous pacifist run ever conceived by mankind. I have been working on this one video since Christmas, so at least like and subscribe for the effort, right? If you made it to the end of this long and arduous journey, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one, which will not be another pacifist run, good lord.